High school sports, we've got it covered. Overtime starts now.
Hello and welcome to Overtime. I'm Drew Collins.
And I'm Scott Leber. We are dialed in for a big show.
We have girls regional championship action. We also have later in the chapter Rockford Christian and Rockford Lutheran. And we'll see one South Beloit Sobo who was trying to do something that very few players in Illinois have ever done.
We'll also be joined by East Boys coach Roy Sackmaster. His team's looking good heading toward regional tournament play. And we'll spotlight another one of our remarkable basketball talents in the state line, Stillman Valley's Taylor Davidson. Let's get into those regional championship highlights for the girls. It was a regional championship game, but it felt like a super sectional game that you traveled to Aurora for.
Yeah, it was the Class 2A Aurora Central Catholic Regional. Two great teams, the Byron Lady Tigers and ACC. Byron went with a record of 30-2, and the Aurora Central Catholic Chargers had a record of 27-4. It's the Gillies Heating and Air Conditioning Game of the Week. The first half was a back-and-forth battle. ACC finds Grace Grunlow. Macy Grow-Herring is going to get the handles going. Gets to the paint and floats this up for the bucket. She finished with 25 points. Sophia Corral drives to the hoop and plows through for the and one. Now Riley Quinski goes baseline and then back to the paint to find her shot. It was a 4-point game at the half. But that was when ACC found out about Malia Morton. She scored 28 second half points and 33 points total. She scored at the three-point line and around the rim. Macy and Malia combined for 53 total points, and when that clock struck the zeros, it was time to celebrate. Byron claims regionals 82-59, and I spoke to the team after the big win.
The first quarter we were trying to run too many plays and sets, and when you get in these regional championship games, you just got to do your habits that you do all year long.
Me and Malia have been playing together since third grade, so I can look at her, I know exactly what she's doing, and I can find wherever she's at, and she can find wherever I'm at.
The message going in the second half, I think, was we didn't want it to be our seniors' last game, and we knew we wanted to make it a good game. We knew they were going to come back, and they're going to keep punching back at us, but we knew we had to take control of the game.
Wow, Lady Tigers, way to go. The Peck Indians and Lena Winslow Panthers went after a regional championship in Class 1A. This was at the Kirkland-Hiawatha Regional, and Peck's Elena Rager rifles the ball to Kiana Degner beyond the arc. Yes, Degner scored 21 points. Peck's defense here getting the trap, and that'll set up Degner for a steal. And it's another Degner bucket. Seemed like everything was working for Pecatonica. Little cutie there checking out the action. Rager gonna try here for a three. Yes, sir. And then this next Rager shot in front of us will not drop, but no problem because Riley Alexander was under the bucket to put it back up and in. Peck claims the regional championship 48-15. Peck advances to the Sterling Newman sectional. Now another 1A regional championship was up for grabs in Orangeville.
Rockford Lutheran took on Orangeville. Ran Wild covered this one for us. Ran, these two teams have a little bit of history between them.
Yes, they do. The Crusaders and Broncos played each other for a regional championship last year. That game was played at Lutheran, and the Crusaders upset the Broncos. So could the Crusaders win again, or would the Broncos even the score tonight? Rockford Lutheran had a 6-point lead at the half, but Orangeville was not making it easy for them. There's Kylie Blakely with the bucket. She had 13 points tonight. Now to the other end of the court where it's Abby Johnson who's going to find room and shoot for two. She scored 15. And now Johnson's going to find Marie Peterson, who could probably hit this in her sleep. She adds 3 to the score there. Now some strong defensive efforts. It's going to lead to a Soraya Parker going on the dribble. She's going to draw the foul and get the and one. She had 11 points tonight. But this girl right here was the playmaker for Orangeville, Lainey Cahoon. She's going to hit the 3, and she's feeling it after that one. And on the next play, she's going to come out with the steal. She's going to get all the way to the basket for 2 more. Just listen to that home crowd cheering for her. She also scored 13 tonight. So now there's less than 7 seconds left in the game, and Natalie Doyle gets fouled, so she's up at the line. She makes the first, but you're going to see she misses the second. Then they're going to foul Abby Johnson. She's going to get fouled with 0.9 seconds left. She attempts some of the toughest free throws of her career, and she nails them. Orangeville throws up a Hail Mary at the end, but it won't be enough. The Crusaders win back-to-back regional championships over Orangeville. They win it 54-51.
Everybody from the bench stepped up. Everybody came out here and put their all into it, and I'm just so proud of everybody. We played 100% on the floor offensively and defensively, and I'm just so proud of us. We deserve this win.
This is my senior year. We won this last year, but this being my senior year, it's even more special because it is my last year, and every time I step on a court, it could be my last, so this feels great.
They wanted revenge, and like I said, strong team on their home floor. I'm proud of my kids for staying steady because when they got that lead, it really could have crashed there, but they stayed up, and just very proud of them. 1 through 10 today.
That was probably one of the best girls' games I've ever been to. It was so intense and physical, and they all played their hearts out. Rockford Lutheran lives to see another day. What a game. Guys, back to you.
Before we do anything else, we need to reveal the winner of our Overtime Athlete of the Week contest. On Monday, we announced our 4 finalists.
Athlete of the Week is brought to you by McCloskey, Kessler, and Associates. Our finalists were Freeport's Peyton London, Lena Winslow's Jalen Rakowska, Byron's Macy Grohl-Herring, and Belvedere's Emma Pearson. We gave you all this week to cast your vote.
And the winner is Byron's Macy Grohl-Herring. Macy got the strong support. She received 63% of the vote. Congratulations, Macy.
And congratulations to all of our finalists.
Highlights of Rockford Christian against Rockford Lutheran are coming up shortly, plus a big night in South Beloit.
Up next, though, I'm going to chat with East Boys coach Roy Sackmaster. His E-Rabs are coming off a very big win on Wednesday night. You're watching Overtime. Nick 10 boys play wrapped up this week, so let's take a look at the final standings for the top half of the conference.
Guilford won its 3rd straight championship, finishing with a 17-1 record. East and Auburn tied for 2nd place with 14-4 records. Honeyega finished in 4th place with a 13-5 record. And the Jefferson Jayhawks round out the top 5 with their 9-9 record. The East E-Rabs finished strong. They won 8 of their last 9 games, and this past Wednesday, they handed Guilford its only conference loss.
The E-Rabs look to be in good shape going into regional play next week. Let's learn more about this East team with head coach Roy Sackmaster. First of all, Wednesday night's win over Guilford, a great note to end the regular season on. What can a win like that do for you guys now as you move into the postseason?
I think for the big thing for us, it was we've shown that we can beat a high-quality team. It's nice having a statistician and a math teacher on your team, and so he's always running stats in late-game situations, and we were 2-7 in 2 possession or less games going into that, and we just couldn't pull one out against a quality opponent like Guilford. And for us to be able to go and do that, it proves now to me, and I think to our team, that we've got that grit and that toughness to be able to go and try to find a way to win one like that. And hopefully that just bodes well, and it's a sign of things to come here coming up next week.
Was that your best, most complete game your guys have played?
I think so. At times, Guilford, and to their credit, they gave us some fits. I think we had a couple games in our Martin Luther King term. We might have played a more complete game, but in terms of that level of intensity and that high level of competition, yes, that was our best win by far.
Myquan Marshall was tremendous. Everybody knows he might be the best athlete in the conference, but I've never seen him play more assertively, more confidently. He looked comfortable out there. Are you kind of sensing that he's kind of breaking through and really, coming around now to developing and realizing his potential?
I think so. We've been really working hard on Myquan, embracing the role of just kind of being that glue guy. We always try to compare him to a Draymond Green. He does a little bit of everything. He's guarding the other team's best player. He's one of those guys that can lead us in assists, but he can also get to the basket and score in bunches for us. When Myquan's playing at a high level like that last night, we feel we're a pretty good team.
I think one edge Guilford has had over the rest of the conference in the last couple of years is their depth. But last night, Wednesday night, against Guilford, you played like 9 or 10 guys yourself. Do you feel like you've got that depth now that you can really lean on those bench guys?
I think Guilford's done a really good job of showing that when you get a lot more guys involved like that, it's easier to get that buy-in from everybody, and then you can just wear teams down doing that. I think the first time that we played them, we wore down a little bit, and it was their depth that did that. And so even if a guy's going in, if we're asking him to go in just for a few possessions, that goes a long way in helping keeping our guys fresh, especially like someone like a Myquan who plays so hard, to be able to just grind out a couple possessions for us, and when you win a game by 2 points, it could, that shows that could be pivotal for a team to have that winning success.
So you guys not only have the Guilford win, but you've won 8 of your last 9 games, and plus you also defeated Auburn in that stretch and Hononegah. So you've beaten some good teams. So how ready are your guys now for the regionals and postseason play?
We always want to compare how we do in the second half of the rotation of the conference season compared to the first half. You know, we lost a few tough games. We lost 3 losses by 1 possession. Our goal was to go 9-0 in the second half, and if we felt we did that with 7 of our 9 games being home, and then now we get to host a regional, that'd be that upward trajectory that you always want to have at that time of year. Jefferson came in and beat us, and it's one of those things where those types of losses I think can actually benefit you in the long run. And I don't know if we win that game last night if we weren't humbled a little bit. You know, Jefferson's coming on; they're getting better as well, and so for us, I think this is exactly what we needed at the right time. So we'll see if it translates into next week.
You as a player on those Great Boylan teams went deep every year in the postseason. You finished 4th in the state your junior season. What message did Coach Gores have for you guys back in those days that maybe you can carry over or lean on a little bit with your own guys today?
I think the big thing for us is that really just try to enjoy what you're going through, enjoy the opportunity that you have. There's no guarantee that this is going to be able to come next year or the year after, even for guys that are underclassmen. Don't take that winning for granted. You got to stay hungry. That's what we said to our guys last night is you can't be satisfied with this. This is what makes us be that much more confident, but also at the same time be willing to come in and work that much harder to get ready, because it's going to take an effort like that and beyond to be able to hopefully win a championship next week.
The ERABs will host a 4A regional next week. They're going to open with Huntley. Auburn, Jefferson, and Hampshire are the other teams in that regional.
It won't be easy advancing out of there, but the ERABs certainly are capable of doing it. Coming up in a bit, we'll have our spotlight story on Stillman Valley's Taylor Davidson, plus highlights of another boys' rivalry game between Rockford Christian and Rockford Lutheran.
And it was a historic night in South Beloit. You don't want to miss this. We can never get enough of the Rockford Christian-Rockford Lutheran rivalry in boys basketball, and neither can the fans.
Tonight was the 3rd time this season these two teams went at it. The first time was at Rockford Christian. The second time was at Rockford University. Tonight, it was at Lutheran. These two rivals have a lot of respect for each other. Tonight, they came together to show their support for the Workman family. Lutheran player Bane Workman has been sidelined all season while recovering treatment for cancer. The two schools presented the Workmans with a check to help with his medical expenses, and fans from both schools wore gold to also show their support. What a great idea. And he even got the spotlight in the starting lineups. And how about this? Bane scores the first points of the night for the Satyrs. You love to see it. And yes, folks, he is currently in remission. That is just so awesome to hear. Back to the game. Christian Cummings, no look past Elijah Doherty. He finished with 21 points. Back the other way, bounce pass inside to Joey Luna for 2. Royal Lions again, Christian Cummings again. Fights inside, he gets 2 more. Elijah Doherty finds Chase Longley inside for the and 1. He had a big 20 points. Zach Van Blaricom behind the arc, and he drills it. He led the Lions with 14. But this is when the game tilted in the Rockford Christian's favor. I mean, just look at that shot. Cummings to the other side, drains it again. He led the night with 24 points, which to no surprise. How can you tell it's not your night when the ball rings in but falls out? You chase all the way back on defense, make the block, but it goes right into the hands of the opponent anyway and back in. Tough way to end a special night for the Crusaders. Rockford Christian takes it 87-53 and wins the Big Northern outright. At Christian Life, Eagles hosted Hiawatha. Eagles ball, Judah Rodriguez finds Malachi Rodriguez, and R squared equals 2 points. Hawks now, Aiden Cooper, toss from the baseline, nope, rebound, back up with the shot up and in. CL working around the perimeter till Caleb Stalin tries it with a long 2 and swish. Hiawatha on the fast break, Cooper banks 2 more on the scoreboard. Eagles showing all their athleticism here. Pump fake by Holden Gregory, spin by Judah. Rodriguez fires and he makes it. Hawks back to Aiden Cooper. This is the Aiden Cooper show. He finds a way to draw the foul and make the shot and one. Christian Life wins it 77-44.
What a night it was at South Beloit. The Sobos and Ross Robertson hosted Yorkville Christian. Robertson needed 26 points to reach 3,000 for his career. You heard me right, 3,000. Robertson came out firing his first shot, a 3. Robertson's second shot, it's another 3. Robertson's third shot, that's going down. Robertson this time going to score down low. He scored 13 points in the first quarter against a good 20-win Yorkville Christian team.
Wow.
Colton Porter can also knock him down for the Sobos. There he goes. Now, I want to point out one player from Yorkville Christian, number 21, Jordan Purvis, and the Purvis family that produced so many great athletes at North Boone. Jordan scored 15 points. Robertson goes from scoring to dishing out assists. Here's one to Porter. Here comes a great one. Robertson gets double teamed, but he dishes it right to Richard Carlson for the lay-in. Second half, it's another assist, this time to Kenton Brandt. Now let's get back to the pursuit for 3,000 points. This basket here put Robertson right on the edge, and this free throw with 4:17 to play did it. Ross Robertson became only the 6th boys player in Illinois history to score 3,000 points. Ross was kind of nonchalant about it because, hey, there was a game to be won. This thing was tied with 2:28 to play. Robertson knocked down some free throws down the stretch. He scored 36 points, and South Beloit won 68-61. Let's hear from Mr. 3000.
Feels great to be amongst all the NBA players that have been here in Illinois, and it just feels great to have it on a night that's senior night too, an amazing team win like that everybody contributed to. And man, I just love my teammates, and they're just all great people to be around, and I couldn't do it without them.
Congratulations, Ross. What a career.
And it's not over yet. We've got more to come.
You know Taylor Davidson, the Stillman Valley basketball player, but there is much more to this young lady than hoops. Our spotlight story on Davidson is next. Most great athletes share certain qualities. They're hard workers, they're driven, competitive, talented. The best of the best are also great team players. And then there's Stillman Valley senior Taylor Davidson. She seems to be all those things rolled into one. But there's so much more to Davidson than simply a basketball player. Let's get to know her better in our Overtime Spotlight segment, brought to you by Benchmark Exteriors. This season, Davidson is one major part of a very talented and successful Stillman Valley team, a team that lost only one game during the regular season. If I would have told you at the start of the season, hey, you're going to end the regular season 28-1, you're going to have a share of the conference championship, would you have taken that?
I would have raised my eyebrows in surprise. Not that I don't have faith in them, but I mean, I just didn't expect us to be as successful as we were because, I mean, 28-1 is an unreal record, breaking team records, season records. It's crazy to me. Davidson is a 4-year varsity starter at guard for the Cardinals. She has averaged double figures in scoring every season, including her freshman year. She's the school's all-time leading scorer with well over 2,000 points. She holds the school's single-game scoring record of 41 points. Not bad for a player who doesn't get caught up in scoring points. I feel good about the performance if we win. That's what matters most to me is I don't care how many points I had. When I score, I'm not scoring because I'm doing all these fancy behind-the-back, step-back moves. I play within my team's offense. Davidson began playing basketball around the time she was in kindergarten. I was not very good. I was not very athletic. My dad didn't think I had the athletic gene. But she kept working at it. I kind of just started developing my skill, dribbling basketballs in the kitchen, and I made the 3rd grade Wildcats team, and since then, it's just been my favorite sport. Now Davidson spearheads a Stillman Valley team that is talented enough to go to state, something the Cardinals came close to the last 2 seasons. They reached the sectional finals. So getting out of there and making it to supers, hopefully making it to state, that has always been the goal, and it'd be amazing to do that for my senior year. When her time at Stillman Valley is over, Davidson will continue to play ball at Ashland University in Ohio. Ashland has one of the best NCAA Division II women's programs in the country. Ashland has won 3 national championships since 2013. Ashland is always ranked among the top teams in the country. Ashland also happens to be the same school that a certain Rockford sportscaster graduated from in the 1980s. You have good taste in colleges. I do.
What made you choose Ashland?
I chose Ashland, and of course the winning culture is something that will attract anybody who goes to visit there, but that wasn't the main thing. I really love the coaches and the girls there. Coach Pickens, she brings that family dynamic to the team. She cares about all of her girls.
Basketball is a huge part of Taylor Davidson's world, but it's far from the only part.
I'm class president.
Oh.
Yeah, so I planned prom last year, and this year I'm planning junior senior banquet and the senior class trip, which is a lot.
That's pressure.
Yeah.
That's more pressure than basketball.
Yeah, I organize a lot of fundraisers.
Davidson doesn't simply perform in front of crowds on the basketball court. She also likes to sing and dance. She's currently part of Stillman Valley's upcoming theater production of The Addams Family.
I'm a dead ancestor in the ensemble.
Did you say dead ancestor?
Yeah, we're all dead. Everyone in
You're
the
all dead.
ensemble. Yeah.
That's got to be fun.
Yeah, we get to be dancing dead people.
And step, touch.
Were you part of a dance studio or something when you were little? Or?
Yes, I did dance at Rochelle Performing Arts Academy for 3 to 4 years. I did jazz.
How would you rate yourself as a singer on a scale of 1 to 10?
Singer, I'm a solid 6, 7, but dancing, I'm up there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty good. As a basketball player, you're a definite 10, I can say that much. I am so impressed with that young woman.
Your alma mater is getting a good one.
Yeah, it sure is. Hey, if you want to watch Taylor Davidson and the Cardinals on the court, they're going to be playing at the Rock Falls Sectional next week. If you want to see Davidson and some of her teammates and classmates in the Addams Family production, there will be performances next Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Check with the school for more details. We'll be right back.
All right, let's check out the top play caught on our cameras tonight.
It's the Napleton Auto Group play of the night. Ross Robertson getting his 3,000th career point, only the 6th man in Illinois history to do it, and I don't know. He could climb as high as number 3, I think, all time in history, depending on how things go next week. So, well, great accomplishment there by our guy Ross Robertson, and that's our play of the night. We're going to be right back here with you next Friday night for another postseason episode of Overtime. Catch us on Fox 39 at 11 o'clock right after GN Sports.
For another look at this entire show or for scores and highlights of individual games, go to mystateline.com. That does it for this episode of Overtime.
Good night and enjoy your weekend.